as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about reentering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize, but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbard back in. Your response,
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
My entire career, I have been opposed.
All right, today I'm on that Italian liquor. Amen. Get Tulsi on the phone. Oh, they're shaking out their shoes. Oh, hey, Tulsi is in her nightmares every night. Oh boy, this is gonna get good. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. How everybody doing? Happy weekend. Hope everybody having a blessed, happy weekend. I know we've been all working hard this whole week. Everybody's we trying to get it out the mud. People are struggling, you know, putting them long hours in, sweating. And over here in Texas, it's hot. So I got to give me yeah, don't ask what's in the cup now. I'm on that Italian liquor today. Yeah, that's the spaghetti and meatballs right there, baby. Spaghetti and meatballs. And you better not forget the cornbread or the garlic bread. Amen. But I couldn't wait to get into this, y'all. Y'all know we did a full breakdown of this whole Tulsi Gabbard and Kamala. Don't care what you say. They say you're a racist if you don't pronounce her name right. Oh, white supremacy. Oh, the black woman, if she's black, Vietnamese, Indian, Latino, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about your identity politics, okay? Whatever she is whatever she is. We got to focus on the main problems and issues right now. Policies that have failed the American people, that have put America last. And I don't know how anybody could vote for this another 4 years. Sorry to bust your bubble. Sorry to hurt your feelings. We're gonna keep it real. We're not sugarcoating it. But let me take these. Hold on, y'all. Let me take these off. I was jamming to that old school blues earlier. I was jamming to that. I was jamming to them 80 jams. Y'all don't know about them 80s and them 90 jams, man. Good times, man. I was jamming, y'all. I had to, yeah. But anyways, Trump hires Kamala Harris' worst nightmare as she runs away from presidential debates, ducking and dodging, hiding. Unbelievable. But again, I'm telling y'all, man, everything happens for a reason, and it's all gonna play out, man. It's all gonna play out in our favor, and it got to be too big to rig. And I believe this year it's gonna be too big to rig, man. Everybody is waking up, as you can see, man. We see the true leadership. We see what we need right now, and that is common sense, qualified leaders. And they haven't been hiding. They be at press conferences every day. They're speaking every day, answering tough questions from whoever. They take disrespect, nasty comments. Even if they go back into these fellas' past and say, oh, well, you said this, you said this. They take their things and take them completely out of context and make them look such as evil and bad fellas, you know. But they go on there and still set the record straight, no matter how disrespectful, rude, and nasty you are with them. And they're going to continue to wipe this Trump and Vance ticket through the mud. Simple. Through the mud. So let's go and get into it, y'all. They say Trump needs to remain calm, not engage in insults, hold Kamala accountable for her political record, and tie her to Joe Biden's failures. Oh boy. Tulsi is like holy water to this cackling vampire. Give him hell, Tulsi, give him hell. Bringing Tulsi on board is a very, very smart move. I'm just reading some of these beautiful Patriots comments, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Tulsi rocked her hard enough to drop out. Oh, man. But again, y'all, it's going to be too big to rig, y'all. I hope y'all are ready, man. I hope y'all are ready. Let's go and jump in. Huge shout out to my brother Greg. He put together an amazing video. We're going to check out and react to it. We got to pull it up here. And a lot of people that are subscribed to Greg are also family members, a part of this channel as well. So join the family. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like. We keep it real. We don't sugarcoat it. We have fun. A lot of people say I'm their favorite comedian. But hey, we keep it real, man. People are sick and tired. People are struggling. People are dying, you guys. I know I talk too much. I apologize. I know some of y'all say, Rick, shut up. You talk too much. I've been seeing that a lot in the comments. I do apologize for talking so much. But let's jump in, man. Let's jump in.
Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to talk about some bombshell news from the Trump campaign as they are making moves, okay? The Trump campaign is upping the ante by hiring some heavy hitters to help advise President Trump on how to defeat Kamala Harris, okay? News came out that Trump had hired Corey Lewandowski, who helped the Trump campaign back in 2016. Back in the prime days, right? The good old days, okay? The 2016 campaign. He had helped out with that. Trump had hired him back as an advisor for the team. And now we have some more bombshell news about the moves that Trump is making, because now he has hired Kamala Harris's worst nightmare to help him out with debate prep, okay? As there likely will probably only be one debate, September 10th, on ABC, and I want to talk about that because I think that this is a sign that the Trump team knows that they'll probably only get one crack at Kamala Harris, okay? And what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is that, well, Kamala is essentially running away from multiple debates. She's definitely not going to do the Fox News debate on September 4th. She already said she's not doing the NBC debate either, which is supposed to be after the ABC debate, even though that one will be rigged in her favor, just like the ABC debate. She wants to do some debate in October when people have already cast their ballots, okay? This is what she's trying to do after the ABC debate, okay? So I think Trump is treating this ABC debate as a must win, right? He has to come in and dominate. And I think that is why he's hiring Tulsi Gabbard, because she absolutely destroyed Kamala Harris in the Democrat Party 2019 primary. Now, there are a few differences between Tulsi Gabbard back then and Tulsi Gabbard today, okay? I want you guys to understand. Yes, I know we all love that clip of Tulsi destroying Kamala Harris, right? Essentially,
we all love that clip. And I want y'all know, a lot of y'all know, Tulsi was in our top 3 VP picks. You know, y'all knew my whole top 3, top 6. You know, and JD Vance wasn't even in my top 6. But now I'm starting to love that fella more and more every single day, and I see why he was chosen. You know, and as you can see, they're trying to wipe him through the mud, and he goes and sets the record straight, stands his ground. He has a spine. You know, they even tried to wipe the man for being pro-family. You know, you just can't make this stuff up. But we're starting to love JD Vance more and more every single day. But y'all know Tulsi was in our top 3 for VP picks. We were shooting for her to get, you know, to get that VP spot.
Ruining any dream she had of being president back then. But you guys got to understand, Tulsi was attacking Kamala from the left. Okay, what Tulsi was talking about was progressive criminal justice reform, and this is a very valid criticism of Tulsi. Is that Tulsi back then, she was definitely more liberal and progressive on some issues, right? Like this issue of criminal justice reform, which we know has been a disaster in these liberal cities. Now, I'm thinking that she has changed her mind, that she's realized that, hey, I was wrong on this issue, and she has evolved, right? This is what I'm hoping, right?
No, she's come out and said it. We've watched a lot of Tulsi podcast, her channel, a lot of her videos, and that was one of the reasons leading up to why we had her in the top 3. In the top 3, you know, we did a lot of little deep diving on Tulsi. Y'all remember, man? We had a lot of videos, and she went viral on a lot of heavy topics. You know, so yeah, that's one reason why she was in our top 3. She's yeah. Anyways, let me shut up.
But I want people to understand that, yeah, back then, Tulsi wasn't destroying Kamala from the right. She was destroying Kamala from the left. So there's a little bit of a difference here when you're debating Kamala from the right. I don't expect Trump to be attacking Kamala from the left, at least not on criminal justice reform. At least I hope not, right? I hope this guy doesn't come out and start talking about how we need no bail, right? I mean, that would not be good. I don't think that is what Trump is going to do. The good thing is that because Tulsi has been very active, she actually is going to give us some insights in regards to how she would attack Kamala Harris, okay? Some of her criticisms of Kamala, which are probably going to show up in a debate because Trump is probably going to be taking this advice, right? In regards to how Tulsi would go after Kamala. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Just want to play this clip of you on stage with Kamala Harris from, I guess it's 4 or 5 years ago now, and ask you a very specific question about this exchange. Roll it here.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
I am proud of that work, and I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
So that was quite the moment, July of 2019. You gave an interview to the AP saying all you had to do was Google that information.
Yeah.
And that you were surprised that her comeback was not more effective. What do you mean by that?
Well, she really didn't have a comeback. I think she revealed in that debate the same thing that I think her campaign handlers are worried about right now is, you know, Kamala Harris is an empty suit. They are trying to create this new version of Kamala Harris to match what their pollsters are telling them so she can say whatever she needs to say to try to win over voters, which is the most offensive thing, I think, because they think we're so stupid as to forget what her record actually is. And
they think us patriots are stupid. Yeah. Joe Biden is as sharp as a tack. Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama. Oh man, I tell you, hands behind your backs. All of you. Lied to the American people. And look where we're at now. Shame. Shame. It's a lot of people that need to be held accountable, man. They don't want to take accountability, but they want to take credit. It's ridiculous.
So, in 2019, very simply, I confronted her with her hypocrisy, how what she said was very different than what she actually did. And she had no answer for it. She had no explanation. She didn't even try to own or justify what her actions were. And that's going to be the key thing here for voters as we head into this election is, Kamala Harris will say whatever she thinks she needs to say. We have to pay attention to her actions because on every single major issue, you will see that same kind of hypocrisy that I pointed out in 2019, where she'll say one thing, but her record tells a very, very different story.
Well, she's got.
Yeah, and I think that is where Tulsi is going to help the most. Okay, obviously, Trump is not going to be attacking Kamala from the left, at least not on that issue. But where Tulsi comes in is that Tulsi, again, understands how to make the case against Kamala Harris in a way that is effective. So I don't think it matters which angle, Tulsi will be coming at Kamala. I think that Tulsi just knows how to expose somebody like Kamala. So I'm hoping that this can translate into criticizing Kamala or exposing Kamala from the right. But the whole goal here is to make the audience believe that they can't trust Kamala. Like, for example, on issues like the border, where Kamala comes out and says that she's going to be tough on the border. Yeah, you can't trust her on that, right? Now, you can't trust her when it comes to the communism stuff, right? When she talks about setting prices, okay, for goods and services, right? Food, stuff like that. Yeah. Trust her on that, right? She's a far leftist, okay, when it comes to the economic stuff. But when you talk about the border, okay, she's also a far leftist on that issue, but she's trying to position herself as a moderate, right? On issues like that, no, you cannot trust Kamala Harris. She's not a moderate on the border. She's a full-blown extremist. She wants open borders, okay? She wants to decriminalize illegal immigration. She wants to give illegals free health care. She wants to grant all the illegals amnesty and citizenship. This is what she wants to do, okay? And this is what she will try to do if she gets in the White House.
Got 3.5 weeks to straighten it out because that's when the debate is on September 10th. Here's another issue that you're talking about here, Axios. When she was running for president in 2019, she was for decriminalizing illegal border crossings. No more, she has backed off. And that's just one of the issues now, okay? And here is Harris in her own words on border policies.
I am not in favor of decriminalizing or not having consequence for. We have to keep. Let me just be very clear. We have to have a secure border. But I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminal. We've got to critically re-examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work it is doing. And we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
I want to know, when you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day one. On day one.
You need to do a 180 on all of this now, Tulsi. And the only way you can effectively do it is if you have the media in your back pocket.
Which she does. She has the mainstream propaganda media helping her, collaborating with her. Frankly, they should be reported for these in-kind contributions they are making to her campaign because...
Facts.
Told y'all, man, we're not against a candidate. We are against a machine. Facts. We are against a machine, y'all. And you guys know. And this is why it has to be too big to rig. We're sick of the propaganda, the pandering, the fake news, the bias reporting. Just imagine if we treated Trump fairly, where this country would be. Think about that. Just imagine if we treated Trump fairly. And not just Trump. If we treated a lot of things fairly. If I'm being honest. Because they can do it to Trump, they can do it to you. And look how we're declining now. I don't know. I just don't see people. I just don't see how people clap this on, man. I really don't.
I mean, because they are in-kind contributions. Essentially, she's getting free campaign donations from the media, right? That's what's happening, okay? When people talk about elections being rigged, okay, the main way they do it is through the media, okay? That is what they're doing, okay? That's exactly what they're doing through the media, and it's so obvious, right? It's so obvious. Anybody can see it.
Because they are doing her work for her. They're trying to claim that she was not the border czar after all, even though there are many, many clips of them saying, well, she was in fact the border czar. I think, you know, so many of those clips she may try to say, oh, well, that was back then. That was back in 2019. The problem that she has to reckon with is the fact that her actions, her positions, and lack of action and failures for that matter as vice president match very directly with what she was saying in 2019. She really does believe in open borders. They really do believe in allowing millions of illegal immigrants to come across our borders, flood our communities. They really do believe in making sure that they have over 10 million new future voters. So again, actions will speak louder than words. Kamala Harris is fake. She's a consummate politician. We've got to pay attention to her record as vice president.
We will watch together and see how she does.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, I'm thinking that on the border issue, okay, I'm hoping that Trump can do to Kamala what Tulsi did to Kamala on the whole criminal justice thing. Except the difference is that Trump will be coming at Kamala Harris from the right. In regards to exposing Kamala Harris as an illegal immigration, open borders extremist. And he will be talking about how Kamala Harris's policies and the things that she supported, okay, including during the Biden administration, okay, being a disastrous border czar, does not match her current rhetoric of trying to be strong on the border, right? Tough on the border, okay? That is what he needs to do. And I think that's probably the main reason why he hired Tulsi, is for that reason. She was amazing at exposing Kamala Harris's hypocrisy to the point where she single-handedly destroyed Kamala's campaign, right? It really was a thing of beauty to witness, even though she was coming at Kamala from the left. But again, this time Trump is going to be coming at Kamala from the right, and he definitely needs to come at her from the right hard on the issue of the border, which I'm sure that he will. Okay, so with that being said, I think Trump hiring Tulsi is definitely a good move. I think that it signals Trump is looking for the knockout punch at that debate. Okay, Trump is trying to go in and clean up on the first debate because he knows that it is likely that he probably will not get another shot. Like, for example, if Kamala goes into that debate and she wins, okay, if she feels like she won the debate, or it is neutral, okay, and she's still up in the polls, I doubt that Kamala does another debate, right? I do not think she'll do a debate. If she goes into that debate and she comes out of that debate feeling like she actually won the debate, okay, and she feels like the public thinks that she won the debate, she's not doing another debate. She's done. She's not going to, because she knows she doesn't have to, and the mainstream liberal media will cover for her. However, if Trump beats her in a debate, right, if he beats her down badly, then she'll probably strongly consider doing another debate, okay? But at that point, Trump will have more leverage, okay? Yeah. So I personally think that Trump is saying, listen, the debate on ABC News is a must win. Like, I have to win this debate, because if Trump doesn't win, she's not doing no more debates. He will not get another crack at her. So he has to go for the knockout punch. And I love this. Okay, this is not a sign of Trump panicking like the mainstream liberal media is reporting. No, this is a sign that Trump is doing everything that he can to beat Kamala Harris, and he is taking her very seriously, which is the exact opposite of what you're hearing in the media, right? The media said, oh, Trump's not taking this seriously. He's panicking, he's spiraling, right? They said a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It's like, no. The Trump campaign is doing what they should be doing. They are evaluating their opponent, and they are adjusting their strategy based off the current circumstances. You know, a lot of people are saying that, well, the Trump campaign got caught flat-footed when Kamala got in the race. They didn't have any messaging for her, right? They didn't know how to attack her. Completely, totally not true at all, okay? The Trump campaign was not caught off guard by Kamala Harris getting into the race, evidenced by the fact that basically the day after Joe Biden got knocked out of the debate, Trump had a video that leaked of him basically saying, yeah, they're going to put Kamala in. Okay, they're going to replace Joe Biden with Kamala. Okay, and she's weak too. That's what he said. So they didn't catch Trump off guard. I think what actually caught the Trump campaign off guard is the media coverage of Kamala Harris to the point where it made it impossible to effectively land an attack against her because the media, again, was trying to cover for her, okay? They have basically created a new version of Kamala Harris, and I think that's probably what caught them off guard, okay? Because honestly, I didn't expect for Kamala Harris to get the alleged boost, because we really don't even know if people actually really are supporting Kamala Harris like that, but allegedly they are. Okay, I didn't expect the mainstream liberal media to cover for Kamala Harris the way that they have the past 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, this is extreme, right? It is extreme what they're doing, right? And I don't think anybody expected that. And I think now they're trying to reevaluate how to not only defeat Kamala Harris, but also the media as well too. Because we're fighting two opponents here, okay? It's not just Kamala, it's also the media. So I think that they're not panicking. They weren't caught off guard. They knew that Kamala Harris, it was a good chance that she would get in the race. They knew exactly how to attack her. The problem is that you had the media run a full-blown propaganda campaign in order to cover for her, to make it difficult for the attacks to land. And I think that is what they are trying to reevaluate is, okay, how do we beat Kamala and the media, okay? That's what they're doing. So it looks like, again, Trump is going for the knockout blow here in this ABC debate, which in my opinion signals that he thinks that this is probably the only shot that he's going to get. And this is a wise choice. Wise. Okay. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Trump perform, especially considering how he's already doing debate prep 3 weeks out and he's hiring big hitters, right? Big hitters to help him out. So, hey, let me know.
Yeah. Very, very, very smart move, man. You know, we got to go for it, y'all. And like I said, it got to be too big to rig, man. It has to be too big to rig. We're not against a candidate. We're against the machine. And you've seen what the media done, how they've built a candidate. Worst approval rating, unpopular, not one single vote. Just can't make this stuff up, man. And people are clapping this on. And like I say, it has to be facts over emotions. I know tons of people still have emotions over facts. Trump hurt their feelings, you know. But it has to be facts over emotions, man. But again, a lot of people are waking up and they're seeing all this. They see all this crap that's going on. They see it happening, man. You know, they're sick of the bias reporting. They're sick of them wiping Trump through the mud. And that's all we've seen, especially this year. Completely wiped through the mud. You know, sham after sham trials. You know, just wasting time, energy, taxpaying dollars out the window. Set it on fire. It's been a complete sham this year, man. You know, dictator on day one, racist, Hitler. You just can't make this stuff up, man. All this hatred they spew out. And this is one reason why you got people shooting at rallies and all kind of nonsense. Just imagine where we would be at right now if we treated Trump fairly. If we treated a lot of things in this country fairly. In this world fairly. If we got the hatred out of our hearts, you know, boy, it's ridiculous, man. But they used to love the man before he came down the elevator. Everybody used to love this man. Oh, Trump. They used to stroke through his hair, give him a kiss on the cheek, give him a big old hug. Oh, Donald, is that Donald? They used to love Donald. Everybody used to love Donald. And you know it. Everybody knows it, man. Now all of a sudden he's this, he's that, he's that. He's a criminal. He's a felon. Come on, man. Let's be real. But hey, man, it's a smart move. Tulsi Gabbard, we're going to stand tall and strong, baby. We're ready to rock and roll, man. I hope y'all are ready, man. I'm telling y'all, things are finna get real spicy. It's been getting spicier and spicier and sweeter every single day. This has been one of the most entertaining times ever for a lot of people. Even though it's been some crazy, disgraceful, sick times as millions are dying and struggling. But it's been a very entertaining 2024. Can't lie to you, man. Everybody's still eating popcorn. But hey, I love y'all. I'm wishing the best on all you guys' life. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.